Dadgum biggin'. Great, big, skinny Florida Toho bass. Dadgum biggin'. So we are officially back to work, finally. It has been, man, it's been a minute. It's been a long time, it feels like, since Lake Fork and Lake Athens. It's hard to think that was our last event. Been, you know, more than 2 months ago at this point. Oh, Lord Jesus, thank you, thank you.
Skills ready, sir.
Thank you. We are back. Heavy hitters down here at Kissimmee Chain. Just put the boat in the water for practice. Today is Friday and just getting our practice started. Actually put in on Toho. I'm probably gonna look at all of the lakes today. I want to run through these canals, see if there's any current flowing anywhere. Actually put in a canal, and there's a little bit of current moving in here, but it's not the amount that I'm looking for. But I'm gonna ride. I'm gonna do a bunch of running today. Gonna do a bunch of looking, and just kind of take a check as to what this place looks like in the summer. I've been here plenty in January, February, March, but I have never been here outside of that time frame. So I'm interested to see just how much different this lake, all these lakes, really fish in the summertime. Should be fun not being here around the spawn, I gotta say. So I'm excited about it. I'm so glad we're back to it, man. So glad we're able to resume our season. It's been interesting and quite a break, but definitely ready to get back to fishing competitively. First boat ramp was a bust. I went out to go to the mouth of this canal to go into Toho. You ain't getting through there. It's about that deep, sandbar. I've never been here with the water this low, so this is going to be interesting to say the least. Just trying to get around. You can see on the bank, you can see that water line. I mean, it's normal for this time of the year, but I've always been here in the spring when the water's still 1.5 to 2 foot higher. A foot or two of water down here in Florida is a big deal. So, loading back up, changing boat ramps. I can't get in here, can't get out of here. That's no good. No good at all. Day 2 of practice. A little rainy, a little drizzly. And I just caught dadgum biggin'. Great, big, skinny Florida Toho bass. Great biggin'. Isolated patch of hydrilla. Like 6 feet of water. Ended up catching something like this yesterday. Caught a couple scorables, caught a double. But a lot of small ones. This kind of weather right here, though. I hope we have this in the tournament. It'll make them bite. Dadgum biggin'. It's the only bite I've had so far today. Only been out here about an hour, but I ain't been fishing a whole lot. Most of it's been graphing. You can actually mark them. You'll see them sitting around that hydrilla and stuff. It's like the 3rd or 4th patch I fished that I know had fish around it. First bite I've had though, so kind of thinking I'm just gonna mark as much stuff as I can, and then I'll just try to run it in the tournament. I mean, why not? Well, I do think they are biting today. I just let one go about probably close to 4 if it wasn't quite a 4-pounder. Right there, this clump of grass I'm about to show you is the one I caught it out of. And you can see that so this is all grass, but those are fish. Those are fish. Those are fish. There are a lot of fish around that clump of grass. There's a clump over there as well I'm gonna mark. But there's fish all scattered out. Those are brim beds. I already fished those. I didn't catch anything out of them. You can even see the little brim sitting in them. You see those small white dots. There's brim around them, in them, something. Well, I didn't get bit out of all those, but got over there to that patch of grass and caught a good one. Didn't throw anymore. A couple times today out of grass like that, I've got my hook bent over on my little swim jig now that I caught that first big one on, and I shook off another one, or had one jump off, probably 3.5 pounder or so. But there's definitely some good fish out in this scattered. I drill up 4 to 6 foot, kind of where I've been looking. One tip for you on side imaging, you know, if I see something like those are fish there, if I want to scroll over there and mark them, it freezes the screen on these helix units. So I've got both of them linked to the same transducer, so I can, even though this screen may freeze, this one keeps going, so I never lose anything that way. It's just something that I've done for a while, is running both of those linked to the same transducer so that I never lose any information. But raining pretty good. I'm gonna put this up, keep practicing a little bit more. Glad of what I found up here on Toho. I think it's finally about quit raining. Maybe not, but it's not raining as hard as it has been. But getting close to the end of practice here. Day 2 is 2 o'clock. I've made a bunch of waypoints, marking isolated clumps of grass, a few brush piles. I did catch one a little bit ago, about probably 2.5 pounder. It was in a brush pile on a spinnerbait. But spinnerbait, swim jig. I think these fish, I've caught some on a square bill. They want something moving, from what I can tell. They want something bait fish. I threw a worm around some. I threw one around some yesterday. Haven't done much on a worm. It was kind of what I was thinking would be the deal, but I'm glad for that. I'd much rather catch them on something moving, if at all possible. And that's what's been working for me. So I'm just gonna spend the next few hours looking at these birds and trying to find stuff like that. Those kind of clumps of grass aren't bad, but the ones that have been good, for one, are taller. The way you can tell the height is by the shadow off of it. So I'm only in 6 feet of water. And a clump like that one looks a little bit better. You can see the shadow goes out further behind it. Definitely a bigger clump, but stuff that's got a larger shadow, which means it comes closer to the surface. That one there, it's not a real huge clump, but definitely comes up closer to the surface. That type of stuff is what's been better. What more of my bites have come out of. So I want to mark that one right there. But yeah, just going to keep riding, keep looking, keep marking. Have plenty of places to fish in the tournament. I already do. Some of them I can actually see the fish down there in some of those clumps. It's not, when I'm seeing them like that, it's not just one for sure. Obviously I'm not sitting there right now trying to catch every one of them. So those are the ones that are nice, the ones, you know, that you can see them in before you ever even stop. But I have caught some just to get in an area where there's a lot of good grass and just fish around, and you'll get a bite here and a bite there kind of deal. So you know, I think it'll be a little bit of a combination of both, of just fishing isolated big clumps, as well as just getting in an area and fishing around. You know, you're never going to see every fish on side imaging or anything, especially in that grass. Boy, that's some big clumps right there. So that's the kind of stuff I'm looking for, though. Just marking those up, have them ready to go Derby Day. Group B this week, so I'll get a day off tomorrow, get everything rigged up before it's time to go for me. Say hi, Rosie.
Hello.
You're on YouTube, live to the world. Not actually live, but hit them with a peace sign. Off day for us. We're Group B. We fish tomorrow. Group A is out there right now. Middle of the day. It is hot. It's humid, but I've got all my tackle done, thankfully. Got all my ducks in a row, everything rigged up in there. Cleaned out some stuff. Got a little less tackle in here than what I had in practice, but ready to go fishing out there on Lake Toho. That's a little bit of it you can see right out there. Our group is tomorrow. They're catching them decent. A few guys catch them real good. Looked like Zach Burge was having a pretty big morning. A few other guys catching some fish, and a few big ones being caught already. A couple 8-pounders. Last I'd looked, it may have even changed now. But got everything here ready to go. Everything cleaned up, dried out. Rained a lot last night. Got my GoPro back here on my Talon. That Railblazer mount mounted up. That's how I get my video on here, and then got, of course, my chest mount one in here too, ready to go. So that's it, buddy. We are ready to go bass fishing again. Competition tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Hopefully we catch us some big ones. Morning, gentlemen. We are ready almost to go fishing. Bass Pro Tour, heavy hitters, Lake Toho. We've got about 5 minutes till line's in for Group B. We start today. There's my starting lineup, rigged and ready. Got my 360 fired up. This is the area where I caught that big one on my second day of practice. And the good part is this whole general area, I only see one other boat way over there. I think it's James Elam, but I'm not 100% sure. So I've actually already saw a couple fish feed on the surface, one here just in front of me, one out towards the middle. But some activity in this area, it's a good sign. I like what I saw in here the other day. Definitely ready to get this show on the road. We've waited long enough between the last one and this one. It seems like years ago since we fished a tournament. That one went well, but it does seem like it's been a really long time since we fished one. So I'm ready for lines in. You gonna count me down here in a few minutes, Jim?
Yes, sir.
All right, we gonna do it. I just heard one feed out yonder. Let's go.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lines in.
I've been waiting on that for a while. Third period, unexpected delay right here. 20 minutes to go. We've got a weather delay. There's some rain just over there, but must be some lightning or something in one of these sails. Hopefully it's not the one that's coming towards us. 20 minutes left to go is all we've got, but at like 25 minutes left to go, I caught a scoreable bass, a 2-pound, 3-ounce scoreable bass. My first of the day. It's pitiful, absolutely pitiful.
You've got a chance. Even if you zeroed today, you are 9-2 back. And surprising, those that zeroed, you see Terry Scroggins got on the board late.
Here it is, Tuesday, my second off day. Sitting out here in the boat, sweating, very humid, right beside the highway. Rigging up. I've got a bunch of stuff re-rigged. Man, really kind of kicked myself in the butt after yesterday. Ended up only catching one scoreable fish real late in the day, and where I caught it, I actually made a move late. I'd been fishing that hydrilla, that deeper stuff, brush. The way I mean, what was good for me my second day of practice, thought it would be good. And made a move though over near the mouth of Shingle Creek, which is, I went by there in practice, ton of current rolling out of it, looked beautiful. And I fished around 15 or 20 minutes there in practice, didn't have any bites, didn't see any activity, kind of wrote it off. And that was a big mistake. So I went over there, like I said, late, 30 minutes to go or so, and I set the boat, I come around the corner, I set the boat down and start fishing the outside end of the current, and I look up into the mouth of the creek. You know who's sitting there? Skeet Reese. You know what place he's in? So, and I had seen him earlier in the day before he started catching them, running around, fishing different stuff, and I think it was second period. I may have even seen him run across the lake by me, and didn't think much of it, but then he goes over there and bam, 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 starts catching them. So good job to him for figuring it out, but it frustrating because I fished right by there in practice, fished right through there. I mean, exactly where I saw him sitting, I've fished there in practice. So, you know, that was just one of those deals where sometimes you let practice dictate places you don't go too much. And when I went by there yesterday morning at takeoff, there was like a dozen birds sitting up there that were shad eating birds, and that was my indication that I should have stopped, but I was way too smart for that. So oh well, when you fight against your instincts, typically you lose, and that was what I did in that situation. So, but going out tomorrow, I got stuff rigged. If I'm not in his way, I'm going to start there on that outside like I was, how I caught that one. There was a bunch of fish that were schooling. They're not going to be easy to catch. When I eased up in there where they were schooling at and stuff, I had a couple bites, caught a couple small ones, lost one more that I don't know if it would have scored or not, but I got somewhere to be anyway. I drove around the rest of the lake. There's one more canal that dumps into this lake. It's got some current flowing into it from what I saw today in the truck driving around. So I'll probably go by there sometime tomorrow and check it out as well. But that's man, that's my plan for now. I need a good day. It doesn't, man, that's the thing, is our cut's only 9 pounds. It's probably gonna be 20, 21. I've got 2. It's not by any means out of reach. I need a good day, but I don't have to have like a spectacular day to make it. So just need a few good bites and a little clue early on. We'll be good to go. That's that, out here sweating it up, Florida heat. At least it's not burning down sunshine. So locked and loaded. Need to do it again. I don't like being in this place where you have to make up ground. I like it having it made already by this time. It's a lot less stressful that way.
Might this man somehow find a way? Ott Defoe was at 0. He's caught 12 pounds and 1 ounce in about the last hour and a half. Marty, he's 6 pounds 3 ounces back.
Here's what's got my attention on this. I believe, let me look, you zoom out. JT, I believe he is in, yes, he is in Shingle Creek, right on the same stretch that we watched Skeet Reese wreck them for 2 days. Well, that photo just confirmed it.
Yep. That's a 4-4. That was the first one, and it happened less than 30 minutes ago. Then he caught a 4-6, then a 3-7. The 3-7 happened 8 minutes ago. Look out.
He's in the right area. I mean, we've seen how many fish is in here with Skeet Reese. And if there's any, to me, I was talking to Rob Newell last night, and here was the shock for us. Ott Defoe and Wesley Strader didn't start fishing current in this tournament. There's no 2 fishermen we have on tour that look for that more than those 2.
And others. Ott Defoe is on the charge up the score tracker. He is 2 pounds 2 ounces below the elimination line. An hour ago, he had 1 fish for the week, a 2-3. And Luke Clausen able to hold off a cast of heavy contenders like Bobby Lane, Ott Defoe, Jason Christie, and Greg Hackney, who just couldn't find enough scoreable bass late.
Well, made it home from Florida today. Knockout round guys are out there fishing today. Looks like they caught them pretty good. Last I checked, Jordan caught a 8-14, possibly a $50,000 bass. Pretty impressive. But man, that last hour and a half, not sure just how much of it I was able to catch on GoPro before it went dead or anything, but last hour and a half, apparently that's when I like to catch fish anymore. Was pretty special. Got in a place up in that creek where actually the creek narrowed down, and those fish were really stacked up and some really good ones. Caught the first big one I caught in there on a cover pop. Storm cover pop is like a 4-pounder. Ate it right at the side of the boat, and missed another really good one on it. Caught a couple more scorables on it, another nice one or two, and caught a good one on a worm, caught a good one on a swim bait. Really thought it was going to happen. At one point in time, I was like less than, I was one scoreable fish out. I think I was 2-4 out was the closest I ever got. And then I actually caught a 2-4, and somebody else had caught, or a couple guys maybe had caught fish, and it went, when I caught the 2-4, then I was still 2-7 out. And that was as close as I ever got. Ended up, I think that 2-4 was the last one that I caught, but for the last 25 or 30 minutes or so, never caught any more. So close. But the good part is, man, I salvaged a lot of points. I was, basically at the bottom. So to be able just to come back up and salvage some points was huge, to not finish next to last in my group. I made up a bunch of points. So I'll take that. I'll take that as a moral victory for this one, man. Just I thought I had a good thing going with what I had in practice. And some guys caught them that way. I didn't adjust. The fish never left. I just didn't adjust and figure out how to catch them. I tried a couple different things, but just never was able to put it together. Looking back, wish I would have just stayed in, on those creeks and that current, looking at that kind of stuff, where Skeet Reese caught most of them. Dude, I fished right through there and practiced. I fished every inch of it, but it just didn't happen. One of those that was going to be a bad miss and ended up just being a barely miss. So salvage that out of it anyway. But back home, got a little bit of time off between now and the next one, which is scheduled to be on Champlain. Hopefully it gets to go off as scheduled. I don't know at this point. Vermont's got some stuff going on or something with still dealing with COVID stuff, but hopefully we get to go finish our year up at Lake Champlain, and really look forward to going up there, man. That'll be an excellent place for a Bass Pro Tour, whether we get to fish there this year or sometime in the coming years. But really excited about fishing our format up there on Lake Champlain. So thanks for watching. Appreciate you all tuning in. Be sure you like, subscribe, and we're going to keep pumping out these videos. Certainly every stop along the Bass Pro Tour, and a lot more stuff coming to you from here around the house this summer and all fall. So be sure you stay tuned in. Thanks for watching.